more I use it, I'm like, oh, okay, this is really, really good. And it's now turning into one of my go-tos as a tech tool when I'm working with images and some other things. We'll get to those in a little bit. So I'm just going to open up a Google Drawing. So I'm going to open my Google Drive, click on New. I'm going to come down to the More button, slide over and down is Google Drawings. And I'm going to create a new drawing. One of the things you're going to notice as this is loading up is a lot of the same tools that you're familiar with Google Slides, Google Sheets, Google Docs. You're going to see some of that same tools up at the top. But let's say I want to do that same recreation of, I want to insert something in my Google Doc, but I want to have some layers to this image. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to Insert, Image. I will search the web. If I can use other things too, but I just want to get a quick image in there. And since I was doing a cat, for all my cool cat and kittens out there, of course, I can put that image right in there. And now I can go through, I can do the same thing. I can insert an image, search the web. I can put that arrow in, for example. So I want to highlight something on my page. I can just double click on it. And here's my arrow. I can bring that down and say on a point maybe at his eyes or something with this arrow, and I can do that. The other cool thing is, yeah, you're probably familiar. I can take this image and come to the corner of the little box and click on it and just drag it and make it a little bit bigger. But there's still this this white space of checkerboard. The checkerboard will make it invisible. It's transparent as a background. But if I don't want that kind of hanging out there, so I can click on the this background area, and you'll notice in the bottom right-hand corner, these little lines show up, the kind of little triangle lines. I'm going to get right on top of that, click, hold it down, and just drag up to where I want to kind of resize this image and let go. Notice that the whole image will now be filled up. Awesome. That's great. Let's say I want to add an arrow, maybe another arrow or something else to this. Instead of going through and just adding an image, you can actually customize it a little bit better. There's a little line feature, but if I go right to the side, there's a little drop-down arrow. I'm going to click on that, and I can make a couple different things. I can scribble on it, some polylines, curves, but there's an arrow feature right here I want to show you. So I'm going to click on arrow, and now I can say, let's look at maybe the nose or the whiskers. So when I click on it, it's not very thick or big, but some different options show up. First thing, it says the line color, so I can change that, maybe make it red. The next one is the line weight. The weight is how thick in pixels it is. So if I go up to an 8 or a 12, I try to match the other one, oops, and change it to maybe a 12 or something, that'd be great. Add an extra one in there. Here we go, let's change it to a 12. There we go, something a little bit bigger. The next one is a line. What kind of line do you want? I can make it a dashed line, for example. There's dots, or I can make it a solid line, keep it solid, however I want to work on that. Kind of cool, right? There's some other little things that you can do with drawings. I'll give this a quick name. Let's call this, I got it, Mr. Cat, just for fun. And let's go back to my Google Doc. That problem of layering, I couldn't insert those in